And good morning, good morning, good morning. I messed this camera way up when I was moving stuff around. How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome, Morning Mindset, on the May 22nd edition. This is Wednesday, May 22nd. Thank you so much for joining us. Today's topic of choice, five things to overcome imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome. That's what we're going to talk about today. So tell me in the comments what you know about imposter syndrome. If you know what it is, if you don't know what it is, put that in there. That's what we're going to talk about today. And going into everything, I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. So I'm Todd. I'm here in the Quad Cities. We got Galaxy Vibes Celsius rocking today. Celsius, shout out to them. Go ahead and send me some Celsius, and then we'll make you a paid sponsor, right? Other thing is weather. Like, we were supposed to get hammered with storms yesterday. They're talking like 80 to 90 mile an hour winds, hen egg size hail. Fortunately, everything just went a little north of us, or it got right to the river, split up, and reformed on the other side. So we did get some wind last night. It looks like maybe I had some damage to the top of the playhouse that I might have to attend to this week. But for the most part, we made it through safe and sound. If you were in the path of weather, hopefully you made it through that. If you did have damage, hopefully everything came out from it. The other thing, 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? 5 things for us. We've got mock-ups that need to get done. I've got HTV that needs to get cut. I've got shirts that need to be pressed. I've got design work that needs to get done. And then we've got our cap cut training that we're still working on. That's an everyday thing. Yesterday, I couldn't figure out that. I'm still going through a way. I did the video how to make, how to use that in our niche. And I haven't 100% figured it out. I'm going to play with that one a little bit more, but the one today should be able to make work for it. So it is going to be it's going to be an interesting training. We're having fun with that. We're growing. I thank you so much for tuning in. This type of content you like. Make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, people. These are the things that help us all grow through things. And we'll check in and deal. We'll check in and deal with people. That's not the way. We'll check in with people and see how they're doing this morning. So Jenny, thanks for checking in with us. Good morning from northern Indiana. It is 73 degrees, water in the cup. Sarah, good morning to you, Sarah. 59 and cloudy there in southeast Wisconsin. Coffee in the cup, water in the bottle, lemon muffin in hand. We are well into the day already. Let's go. I love it. I like saying let's grow. Put the R and the W in there, baby. Darren, good morning to you. We're at 63 and partly sunny. Lots in the cups. Ooh, lots in the cups. Jerry, good morning to you. Tea in the cup. Rye, hey, everyone. Barb, good morning to you from north central Minnesota. 52 and rain. Water in the bottle. 5 things. DTF invoicing, sewing pattern drafting, cleaning craft, cutting room. Too many C's there for me. Weekend prep. It is right this weekend, Memorial Day, 3-day weekend, which brings up an interesting topic. As business owners, every day is a work day, but who is taking all 3 days off? Let me know in the comments there. Barb, hi, Jenny, Sarah, and Ryan. Darren, Jerry, imposter syndrome, where you don't believe you're worthy of success. There we go. We're going to talk about that when we get through this today. Morning, Barb, from Sarah. Jeez. Barb, hi, Jerry. Hello, all, from Jerry. Hi, Barb, from Jen. And we've got 87 today, trying to beat the oats overnight. What is that? Oats overnight in a cup? What is that? Open Saturday, closed Monday is what Sarah's going to be. So I think we dig right into the information. Like I said, I want to start doing these morning mindsets where we create a topic based. You may ask yourself why, and I'm going to tell you real quick. We all have, if you don't have a mentor, if you're not part of a group, if you're not soon, find one, find people, find something, because they will help you grow. We're going to talk about that a little in today's episode. But one of the things was, if I'm going to be a content creator and I'm going to focus on that side of it, I need to have more structure. I need to have this, even though we're doing morning mindset. But when somebody looks, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, people aren't looking for that. They're looking for other things. What's the information with it? And so before, we would just kind of wing it. Here's our 5 things that we would come up and talk about whatever topic you guys presented. By becoming topical based, now we can add that to the description. We can add that to the title. They'll make it searchable. If we decide to switch it over to a podcast, then it shows up in there better. So there's a lot of reasons for it. We can also take this content, and from here we can break down the pieces to be used as shorts, as TikToks, as reels, and we're able to break it down that way. We're able to bring it into CapCut and cut pieces out. We're able to take the content and then also turn it into blog posts and articles. So that's what we're focusing on. That's what we can do. Everything else will come. And this is where I say, you may have a goal, and along the way, things have to change to be able to make it work for you. So that's what we're doing, is we're making the necessary changes to make things happen the way that they need to happen for us. Jerry said, got my order yesterday from the Decal Ranch. Woohoo! And that is from Jeff, and that was 3D printing. This is on Monday. We talked 3D printing in our mentorship call. Wednesday, we talked a lot about photography and engraving. So I can't wait to see what people bring to today's mentorship call. That starts at 9:30. If you're interested in learning more or joining us, it's only $20 a month, right over here and at patreon.com/fatdadmc. You can join us over there. What did you get, Jerry? Fun new toys? Well, we're going to find out. Darren's 5 things: regrade the driveway, take mother to doctor, pick up her prescription, finish grad box, place order for more shirts for pop-up Sunday, working all weekend, on duty Saturday and Monday, pop-up Sunday. You got a busy weekend there. And Tim, morning in Toledo, 78, the Sprite to drink. That's a new one for Tim. And Barb says, I have a light schedule for the rest of the week, as do I. My oldest daughter is coming here and leaving next Tuesday. The main focus is planting gardens, scrubs, and trees. I think that's a great time. For us, specifically, I think that's the word I want to use, left this week light, knowing Corey wasn't going to be here, and who knew what was going to happen. Especially having a kid that's sick 2 days, throw that in the mix and things get a little wonky. So I'm glad I did that. So that way we're able to do it. We can still do a lot of stuff, but I didn't have anything with a hard deadline this week because I did not want to put myself in a spot where I'd be stressing even more than what I am. So I say we get right in the topic if you're ready to get in the topic. What is imposter syndrome, right? Jerry gave her definition of it. So, technically, term of imposter syndrome is it's a psychological pattern in which individuals doubt their accomplishments and has a persistent, often internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. Okay. Despite the external evidence of their competence, those experiencing imposter syndrome remain convinced that they do not deserve the success that they have achieved. They may attribute their success to luck, to timing, or deceiving others into thinking that they're more intelligent and capable than they perceive themselves to be. This syndrome can affect anyone, right, regardless of their job, social status, skill level, or degree of expertise. Now, when we were putting this topic together, I was going back and forth about things and how I could, kind of bring it to everybody. And I wanted to put it, how in our industry as apparel decorators, how it can affect us. So through conversations and that, I came up with, the overall, here's kind of like an example of somebody in the apparel decoration niche that has imposter syndrome. So I've already reached out to the person. I've already talked to them. And I said, hey, here's what I'm doing. Just so happens that your name was the one that came up. And, if you don't want to use it, I won't. But they were fine with it. So, we're gonna run with it. Okay. So here's what we got. Okay, so imagine Sarah. She owns a successful heat press decoration business. Her business has grown significantly over the past few years. She's been receiving praise from customers for the high quality of her designs, her prints, her service, her fast turnaround. She's even been featured in local business magazines, won awards for her creative work, and from the community. Now, despite all these achievements, Sarah often feels that she doesn't deserve the success that she's attained. She attributes her business growth to sheer luck or favorable market conditions, or rather than her hard work and talent. When a customer compliments her on a beautifully designed T-shirt, she downplays the role, saying it was just a simple design that anybody really can do. Sarah constantly worries that her next project will reveal her to be reveal her as an inadequate designer and business owner. She feels that she fears that her customers, peers, and even her employees will eventually realize that she isn't as skilled or creative as they think she is. This leads to her to overwork herself, or to trying to compensate for what she perceives as her lack of true ability. Now, as a result, Sarah experiences a great deal of stress and anxiety. which affects her overall well-being and enjoyment of the work. Despite the clear evidence of her competence and success, her imposter syndrome makes it difficult for her to take pride in her accomplishments and feel confident in her skills. Now, take Sarah out of this and put your name in there. Does this feel like anybody in here right now? It definitely feels like me. I run into this a lot, and it's not something that to be ashamed of. It's something to acknowledge. This is something that a lot of us in the industry feel, a lot of us in the industry go through, and it's not uncommon. But what is uncommon is we don't talk about it. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to talk about it, and we're here to give you some tips on how to overcome this, how to deal with it. So, I'm going to jump. But what we're going to do is we got this broke down in sections. I'm going to jump in the comments now. You're going to answer. I'm going to talk. You're going to answer. We're going to go back and forth, and that's how we're going to do this, because it's going to be easier for us all to get through. So let's look. Excuse me. We're going to go back through here and look at the comments. Barbara asked Aaron, "Do you have a road grader or tractor with a drag to grade the driveway?" And T-Town dropped. This is 5 things. Dropped off the truck to get fixed. Had to go way out of the way to get a rental. The tint job at 10. Working on Facebook posts. And 5, riding the bike out to coach softball. Little one can't go, so I'll take the bike. I don't see why not. And Jerry to Sarah, I got bleach spots, the 40-ounce flexible inserts, adjustable PVC support stands, and 6 medicine cup holders. Lots of goodies. Ooh, look at that. Sarah says, I think Todd may or not just told my life story. And when I went through everything with Sarah, I got her approval before this, but I feel that her life story is a lot of our life story. A lot of things that we are going through, and a lot of things that we don't talk about because for whatever reason we just don't, and we need to overcome this. Darren said absolutely, and Jenny says I understand. So what I'm going to do is kind of go through some stuff, and we're going to look at giving you 5 ways, 5 ways to kind of overcoming overcoming that imposter syndrome in our industry. Because, at the end of the day, running one can be really rewarding, right? But it's not without its challenges. Now, one of the most common psychological hurdles faced by professionals in this industry is imposter syndrome. But we don't talk about it, right? This feeling of self-doubt, this fear, this feeling of being exposed as a fraud, it can affect anyone. It doesn't matter their level of success. And so what we're going to do is we're going to explore, 5 strategies, 5 tips to help you overcome the imposter syndrome and thrive in business. 5 of them. We'll start with 1. We'll talk. We'll come back. We'll go back and forth. Does that sound like a plan? That sounds like a plan. Put yes in the comments. And as you feel things, as you hear things, as you think things that come to mind in this, make sure to put them in the comments, because this show's nothing without you guys. You guys are the biggest part of it. I'm just here to relay information. So the more that you can engage us, the better that you can help us out. So, acknowledging and understanding imposter syndrome. That's number 1, right? So the first step to overcoming imposter syndrome is to acknowledge its presence and understand it, right? Okay. Imposter syndrome is characterized by a feeling of inadequacy and a persistent fear of your achievements are undeserved. Okay. So that's what we got to do. We got to acknowledge and understand imposter syndrome. So how do we do this? Well, we got to recognize the patterns. Okay. So start by identifying when these feelings arise. Is it when you're working on a complex project? Is it when you're receiving praise? Is it when you're comparing yourself to others? Recognize the trigger. Recognizing the triggers can help you address them more effectively. And the part 2 of this is to educate yourself. Learning about imposter syndrome can provide that reassurance that you're not alone. I guarantee you, you are not alone, because many successful people experience these feelings. Understanding that imposter syndrome is common and it does not reflect your true abilities. Can help you manage it better. So we got it. Part 1, all right? Acknowledge and understand, right? Recognize the patterns, educate yourself. I believe we're all on pace with that. And I think I've kind of got these there, and until I see more comments come in, I think we'll just run through it and then we'll come back to it. I think that might be the better way to go. So number 2, is celebrate your achievements. In this fast-paced, action-set world of apparel decoration, It's easy to move from one project to the next, to the next, to the next without taking the time to acknowledge your accomplishments, right? Celebrating your success can boost your confidence and counteract those feelings of inadequacy. We got to celebrate, right? Celebrate success. And how do we celebrate this? You got to keep that success journal, right? So document your achievements, no matter how small they are, document them. This is going to include positive feedback from customers, successful projects, any awards, recognition that you receive. Reviewing your success journal regularly can remind you of your progress and reinforce your self-worth. Okay. And then reflect on your progress. Take time to reflect on how far you've come in your business journey. Most of us just started from nothing, right? We didn't wake up one morning and an apparel decoration business was ready to go on our lap. We started with nothing, and we've had an amazing journey along the way. So take time to reflect on that. Celebrating your growth and accomplishments can help shift your focus from that self-doubt to self-appreciation. We don't want to doubt ourselves. We want to appreciate, right? We know that we're doing good. We've grown. People are excited with what we've done. People are happy that we're able there. We're supplying work for others, jobs for others. We're doing for others. Reflect on that progress. That's what we got. So number 3, right? Self-constructive feedback. Right? This is a tough one, right? Because feedback is essential for growth, but it can also be a powerful tool in overcoming imposter syndrome. Constructive feedback provides an objective view of your work and helps you see your strengths of area for improvement. So how does this work? Well, ask for input. We do that. I do that. I ask others what they think of this, how they would handle this. What is this? How that? So seek that input, seek that feedback from trusted colleagues, mentors, or customers. Their insight can really help you gain a clear perspective on your abilities and achievements. Not difficult. You're asking for people's input on it. You're asking what they think on it. And be mindful that it's not always going to be a positive experience. Everybody isn't always going to say, this is the greatest thing ever. Be prepared for that. But use that feedback for growth. If you focus on using constructive criticism to improve your skills and business practices, remember, feedback is about growth and not validation of your self-doubt. There's things that I have learned in our mentorship community that I wouldn't have thought otherwise. And it was asking, and they said, here. And that's what I always want to be upfront and blunt with people. If I am not doing something that, or if I'm doing something that somebody may not agree with, or may know a better way, or may be confused about, you're very, very open to tell me. I want to hear. I want that constructive feedback. If you don't like how I'm running something or how I'm doing something, or think there needs to be more or less of it, let me know. That's the only way that I can make things better for myself, for my business, for our community, is when people tell me when there's issues with it. Which brings me to building that support network. Okay. Having that strong support network can really make a significant difference in overcoming imposter syndrome. By connecting with peers and mentors and industry groups, it can provide that support and encouragement and valuable insights that you need. And how do you do this, right? Well, you connect with peers, join industry groups or online communities where you can share experiences and get support from others who understand your challenges. This is Facebook groups, this is networking groups, this is in-person groups. These are things that can really help you, because networking with peers can provide that reassurance and help you feel less isolated. In our industry, we have to deal with a lot, and we can't go talk to our friends that are outside of the industry about it because they have no clue what we're talking about. If the majority of your friends aren't business owners, they don't understand the struggle. They understand the struggle of getting up, going to work, coming home from work, and at the end of the week, they get a paycheck for it. They understand about being a slave to the man. Here, I'm going to work. I'm working for somebody else. I get rewarded after. We get rewarded on a daily basis. And that's something that they just don't understand. They don't understand how it happens or how it works. So it can feel frustrating with it. When you connect with those people in our network of apparel decorators, you're able to get that reassurance, and it really does help you feel less isolated. The next thing is find a mentor. A mentor with experience in apparel decoration industry can provide that invaluable guidance and support. They can help you navigate those challenges and offer advice based on their own experiences. So even though we run a mentorship community, which is a thriving community of like-minded individuals that are all after the same common goal, help each other out and better their business. I'm also in other ones. I'm in ones where people do 10, 15, 20 times the business I do, because if I want to get to that next level, I need to be able to be there with it. And then I can take that information and help my community with it. I can take what I learn and give back to it. And we give back in various ways through our mentorship community and through our free channel, such as this, our membership groups. We're there for it. So, like I said, if you need a mentorship community, right there, click the link. I guess you can't click the link. Right click, copy, paste, go here, join us. We would love to have you be a part of it. And finally, I think this is one of the biggest things to it, right? One of the biggest things is, the developing self-compassion, right? So what is that? By practicing self-compassion, practicing self-compassion involves treating yourself with kindness and understanding, especially when things don't go as planned. It's about recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and that imperfections are part of the human experience. Nobody is perfect. Nothing is perfect. At the end of the day, it's a shirt. Nobody died. Okay? That's all it is. We make mistakes. People make mistakes with it. And so, how can you develop this self-compassion? Well, practice the positive self-talk. Replace those negative self-doubting thoughts with those affirmations that recognize your efforts and abilities. Remind yourself of your strengths and the value that you bring to your business. Your business wouldn't be there without you. It wouldn't be there without what you have done, the effort, the time, the design, everything that you put into it. Replace those negative self-doubting thoughts with positive ones. Next is set realistic goals. This is a big part of it. Break down that large projects into manageable tasks and set achievable goals. Celebrating those small wins along the way will help you build confidence and help you stay motivated. This is why we do a daily 5, right? They don't have to be the biggest things. It's 5 things. 5 things. You have 5 things on your list. You're checking those off. It helps you stay motivated. It builds confidence that you're going through these. Now, not every day do we get through all 5 of them, because there's 150 other ones that are behind the scenes that maybe something comes up that's more important. But these are the things that we're working on doing. Doing these, checking that box. All right, I can do this. I can do it. I can do it. So, in conclusion, imposter syndrome can be a significant barrier to success in the apparel decoration industry, but it doesn't have to be. By acknowledging and understanding imposter syndrome, celebrating your achievements, and seeking that constructive criticism, and building a support network, and developing self-compassion, you yourself can overcome your self-doubt and thrive in your business. Remember, your success are not just the results of luck or external factors. They are a testament of your hard work, talent, and dedication. At the end of the day, folks, you got this. Remember that. You got this. And if these are things that you like, hey, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We do Morning Mindset Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And each show is going to be topic-based. And for more in-depth conversation, join our mentorship community, where there's a thriving community where we're all there to help each other out. So that's what we got today. Let me know what you think in the comments. We'll go through those. We'll answer those, and we'll get rocking and rolling. So let's see where we were with this. And Jenny says, I understand. Darren says, I have a small tractor. Need a bigger with more horsepower to get up my driveway with a land plane. Just get it, Darren. You love the toys. Get them. Morning, George. Jerry said yes. All right. Sarah says, step 1, admit and accept. Check. Step 2, acknowledge accomplishments. Check. Chandra's got her 5 things in here. 5 things. Print transfers for an order. Prepare for supply delivery. Work on Pride Fest products for next Saturday event. Call about ink and toner delayed shipping. Stay out of the oppressive heat. I'm right there with you. Step 3, seek out constructive criticism. Sarah says, I love the mentorship community. For me, sometimes it's the only place people can help or listen, and I can't express how valuable this is to me. Well, thank you for that, Sarah. You guys built this. And Jose said, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Jerry said, prior to your mentorship community, Fat Dad MC, I did not have a support group I could trust to give feedback. So I appreciate the group in there. I appreciate that. I hear Jerry swear. And Jerry will save me thousands this year. Jerry will save me thousands of dollars this year by listening to her. I'm doing the math on it. Jerry's saving me at least more than 1,000. We're coming up on 2,000. So thank you for that, Jerry. And she said, same, Sarah. And Sarah said, yeah, Jerry, I'm so glad that we have that group. And Barb says, what got me over the issue of not handling feedback was when I first worked corporate and did the layout photos for the main catalog. The white sales department critiqued the catalog before print. My boss told me it would take 3 to 4 months to get used to being critiqued. It took me more like 6 to 8 months because wanting it to be perfect the first time sent it out for critique. I totally understand that because, as Jerry said, critique is hard. It is very, very hard. The whole sales department, got it. The whole sales department, that makes sense. You made the choice, Todd. Way to go. Hey, life is full of choices, right? And I've often said I would rather look back and see that something failed than to look back and say, what if? What if I would have did that differently? What if I did that? I put something out there the other day of things that I still want to accomplish in my life. One of those, open a barbecue something. I don't know whether it be a catering company or a food truck or a restaurant, but I'd like to have something like that open in my lifetime. Another part of it was learn woodworking. I love the opportunity to be able to create things with my hands, and I think that could be a viable thing. I'm going to work on a couple projects this weekend that are going to be ready to go when Corey gets home from Mexico. We'll see how she likes them, and that may turn into something else. It may turn into a hobby. It may turn into another sales channel because that part of my brain I can't turn off. If I can create something, can I make money with it? And it's hard to get over, but that's just how I am. And then what else did I have on there? Oh, flip golf carts. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while. We've had golf carts in and out. I'm like, I could buy low. I could add some stuff to them, fix and sell high. Now the market on them has taken a nosedive, so it wasn't where it was, 4 or 5 years ago. But there's still a market for it, and you make the money when you buy it, not when you sell it. So there's still things that I want to do. Jerry knows all of those witness protection secrets. Reality is, I just sit there with my jaw dropped with all the great ideas she does. She is smart. She is really, really smart. Man, you need to trick out a golf cart for me. So, like the one that I have now, I'm looking. I think I might order new lithium batteries for it. There's a lift kit, but I go back and forth on it for this one. I've already got the stuff to do a color change on it. So it could be, but it's all. Do I do it or not do it? We'll see how it goes. So I'm interested to hear what your thoughts on that. Was I way off base on any of this? Was I spot on it? Was I 50-50 on it? How do you feel about this? Is these the type of shows that you like me doing? If you don't, let me know in the comments. If you do, the best thing that you can do is ask questions. If you have questions about the industry stuff, let me know, because I'm going to go ahead and turn those into future topics for future shows. So it really does help me out with it. No, Sarah, we're not putting ground effects on it. You would just lower it. The problem is, especially in the golf cart world, you're already low, so you have an issue when it comes to speed bumps as it is. I have a cart sitting in my backyard. I want to put an air ride on and drop that, so that way it'll throw sparks and it'll be a fun cart. So that's what we got for you. Well, for you, I think anything could be possible. My dad would let us kids, if something was failing, take a step back, think, and decide what to do next. So he never said, "I told you it won't work." That's great. That is some great advice there. Jerry said, "There's a man in my neighborhood who drives his golf cart around with his dog in tow. I want one bad." And we got golf carts. We took Bruno down to the river and let him run alongside the golf cart. So the fat dog could get some fat exercise, and he was loving it. He was loving running free. And we got a decent sized yard for him to run in, but there's too much going on, and he wants to see. He hears the dogs everywhere, and he's not sure where to go with it. But we have a good time with that. All right. So what it is Wednesday. It is 9:00. I'm going to go ahead and end this now because we've got a lot going on. We've got our mentorship call in a half an hour. You want to join that mentorship call, all you have to do is go right down here, patreon.com/fatdadmc. Go ahead and sign up, and we will get you into that call today. We'll be back here on Friday. We will be back here for Friday show. Topic still to be determined. Hopefully you guys will help me out with that. We'll put that there. No show on Monday because it is Memorial Day, but then we'll be back next Wednesday. So until let's see, what do we got here? Let's see. Darren said, Sarah, lift the cart, rolling and dub sounds, lights. Yeah. You gotta get some wheel lights. There's a lot I can do with it. Autocorrect on the phone. I think I got it. Wasn't that word? Then Jerry said, so we get over imposter syndrome one way by giving ourselves positive feedback. Yeah. Acknowledge what you're doing. Roman Reigns said, acknowledge me. Acknowledge yourself, right? Acknowledge yourself. And Bruno, that fat dog. All right. You guys have an amazing day. We will be back here, like I said, Friday. So until then, peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.